Thank you for purchasing our high-quality Ribadao floor.
My name is Leo, and my name is Tony, and we are here to help you with proper, hassle-free installation of your flooring.
Installation is more than just laying the floor and attaching it to the substrate. There are many factors involved, and attention to detail is important to achieve a proper installation without voiding any manufacturer warranties. Good installation really breaks down into 3 different segments: proper acclamation, proper installation, and the right kind of maintenance. So what is acclamation and why is it done? Basically, wood is a hygroscopic product, and it constantly emits and absorbs moisture to or from its surroundings. However simple may it sound, but acclamation needs to be considered when installing and maintaining your floor. Acclamation is the process of letting the wood floor reach a moisture equilibrium with its environment at the installation site. It is very important to only install wood floors that are properly acclimated to their environment. Ideally, the moisture content of the wood and the subfloor are within 4%. Tests can be performed with a company-approved, pronged, handheld moisture instrument or with a calcium chloride test. And make sure to take notes on the subfloor and back of tested planks for future reference if needed. When the floor leaves the factory, it will have a moisture content between 6 to 8%. The boxes are factory wrapped and will hold this moisture level throughout its storage and transport. Always make sure to handle and unload hardwood flooring with care, and always store within an environmentally controlled site in which it is expected to be installed. Flooring stored upon on-grade concrete floors should be elevated at least 10 centimeters to allow air circulation under the cartons. There is no set time for acclamation. Variables such as site conditions, the wood condition, and any local environmental situations can affect the time necessary to achieve the right level of moisture. Typically, acclamation will take an average of 48 hours, but always test to make sure. Proper acclamation is essential to avoid excessive cracks between planks and, in extreme cases, cupping and lifting off the floor. Now that the floor is properly acclimated, it's time to start the installation process. Hardwood flooring is a natural product, and defects in the floor can occur in the manufacturing process or naturally as a characteristic of the wood. You will need an additional 10% of flooring to allow for cutting and grading of material. Final grade manufacturing, finish, quality checks, and final approval of the product is the sole responsibility of the owner and installer. So carefully examine the floor prior to installation. Installation is acceptance. Prior to installing the floors, make sure the building is structurally complete and enclosed. That includes installation of all exterior doors and windows. It is highly recommended that the flooring be the last part of the construction or remodel, so make sure all concrete, masonry, drywall, paint, and other wet jobs are also complete. The HVAC systems must be fully operational at least 14 days prior to the installation of the flooring. It needs to maintain a consistent room temperature between 60 and 75 degrees and relative humidity between 35 to 55 degrees. Make sure exterior grading, gutters, and downspouts direct drainage away from the structure. It is also essential that basements and crawl spaces are dry. Crawl spaces must be a minimum of 24 inches from the ground to the underside of the joists and must contain a moisture barrier using a minimum 6 mm polyethylene film. Be sure the subfloor is dry and free of wax, paint, oil, and debris. It needs to be level or flat within 3/16 inch over 10 feet or 1/8 inch over 6 feet. Always test the subfloor for moisture content to ensure flooring and subfloor are within the allowable range. Subfloors must not exceed 12% moisture content, and the difference between the subfloor and hardwood flooring cannot exceed 4%. Now comes the fun part. Remove flooring from several different cartons to maximize color and shade mixture. Stagger the ends of the boards at least 6 to 8 inches in adjacent rows. Install parallel to the longest wall for best visual effect. Allow for a 1/2 inch minimum expansion gap. Make sure to properly space nails every 8 to 10 inches along the length of the board. Wider width boards may need nails every 4 to 6 inches along the length of the board. That's how acclamation and installation is done. Now let's move on to the maintenance part. It is important to keep your hardwood floors free from dirt, water, food, grease, and other spills which can damage the floor or finish. Sweep and remove dirt and debris, and then clean with a leading brand of cleaner made for pre-finished hardwood floors. Do not use a stiff bristle beating brush vacuum to remove dirt and debris. A stiff bristle can cause damage to the factory finish and void any warranty. Use a vacuum with the brush turned off to remove any dirt and debris. Make sure you install floor protectors under furniture, chairs, or other items that may sit directly on your hardwood floor. This prevents scratches, scarring, and dents. Avoid walking on floors with sharp, stiletto high-heel shoes or shoes with soles in need of repair. Voila! You just learned how to install a Ribadao hardwood flooring with perfection. We hope this video benefited you to the utmost.